What truly makes him open isn't just how you connect, it's where and why. Here's the secret many women never notice. Men have points on their body tied not only to sensation but also to pride, comfort, and willingness to be vulnerable. When you reach the spots that trigger both physical and emotional response, you stop being just another presence in his life. You become the one who changes how he reacts to closeness. That's what these 3 points can do, but before exploring them, you need to understand the emotional foundation. Many women believe men want to stay in control. The truth is, the right man wants to trust enough to let go. The way to guide him there isn't through dominance, it's by being fully present. It's in the way your presence tells him, you're safe here. You can relax. That's what reaches him beyond reason. That's what makes him drawn to you. For a man, openness is the deepest form of trust, and the woman who can guide him there becomes unforgettable. This isn't about manipulation or tricks. It's about understanding his body and mind, the psychology of touch, and the emotional rhythm of connection. When you connect in certain ways, you activate parts of his system that release chemicals linked to pleasure, trust, and bonding. That's why these areas are so powerful. They don't just feel pleasant, they make him associate you with comfort, calm, and joy. Here's another point most people overlook. Connection doesn't start with direct touch. It begins with intention. When you reach with curiosity, pause just enough for him to anticipate. When your breath brushes him without touching yet, you're creating desire before the contact even happens. The first few moments before direct closeness are often more impactful than the contact itself. That moment creates a mind-body loop that plays in his thoughts long after. I'll be honest, I used to get this wrong. I thought passion meant moving faster, proving urgency, showing excitement. But men don't remember the one who rushed. They remember the one who made time slow down, the one who explored the moment instead of performing. That tells him she's truly present, not just trying to impress. And before highlighting the 3 secret spots, remember this: the goal isn't to provoke a reaction, it's to bring him inward. You want him to feel something real, where thought fades and feeling takes over. You want to guide him to a place where heart and body align, where emotion and presence become one. If you aim to be remembered, to linger in his thoughts long after, stay attentive. What comes next reveals the spots, how to engage them, and why they impact him in ways most never imagine. Many don't realize how potent the space just behind a man's ear can be. It's subtle, but highly responsive. The skin is thin, full of tiny nerves right above the vagus nerve, the same one that relaxes the body and deepens emotional connection. When touched with intention, it's not only pleasurable. It communicates focus, safety, and attention. Its effect is powerful because it builds trust. When you move close, you enter his private space, his personal zone where he interprets signals for closeness or caution. A gentle breath there tells him, you are safe, you are seen. That may make him pause, lean slightly, or respond subtly. His system processes pleasure and emotional openness simultaneously. Here's how to approach it. Don't rush. Never go directly. Build a slow rhythm. Start by speaking softly near him without touching. A gentle word, a whisper of his name just long enough for him to notice. Let your presence linger. Let your energy mix with his awareness. You're not merely close, you're tuning into him. That's what separates simple attraction from deep connection. The key isn't skill alone, it's presence. Full attention makes each movement feel meaningful. Every breath becomes communication. Once mastered, he won't just remember your contact, he'll remember the feeling of being fully seen, safe, and unguarded with you. Let your presence drift along the edges, respond to subtle cues. If he leans in, you meet him there. deepening the connection naturally, step by step. This process is about patience, curiosity, and timing. Each moment before, during, and after closeness matters. Every pause, every subtle gesture builds anticipation, trust, and emotional resonance. It's not about impressing, it's about showing presence, awareness, and the power of slow, attentive connection. That is what makes him remember you, long after the encounter ends, deepens emotional connection. It's not just excitement, it's biological attachment. That's why after a slow, lingering kiss behind the ear, most men instinctively pull you closer. It's not only desire, it's his brain trying to merge with the source of comfort. And here's something most people overlook. How you end that moment matters as much as how you begin it. After kissing him behind the ear, don't step back too quickly. Stay near. Let your lips hover close to his skin as you exhale gently. That warm breath signals to his subconscious, I'm still here. Then move away slowly, but avoid eye contact right away. Let him find you again. Let him close the distance. When he does, he's not thinking ahead. He's thinking about you. What makes this first spot so effective isn't just the physical sensation, it's the emotional message it carries. It tells him, I notice the part of you that no one else sees, the side that's hidden. And when he feels noticed like that, he won't just want you, he'll feel understood by you. That's a connection most men rarely experience, and it all begins with something as simple as a single gentle kiss behind the ear. But remember the mindset. This isn't about following a trick or a secret method. It's about presence. If your mind is busy thinking, okay, now step one, you'll miss the moment. The true magic comes from curiosity, listening to his breathing, noticing how his body shifts, feeling what he feels. Follow your intuition, not a script. The truth is, the most memorable kiss never feels rehearsed. It feels discovered. And when he senses that you are discovering him, not performing for him, he relaxes completely. So the next time you're close and feel the urge to go straight for his lips or neck, pause. Wait. Let your lips hover near that subtle curve behind his ear. Let the silence stretch. Let the energy grow between you. And when you finally touch him there, do it like you're speaking a language only his body understands. That's how you start his unraveling. That's how you make him lose composure. Most people don't realize how intimate a man's wrist can be. It's always visible, yet rarely touched with real attention. That's exactly what makes it meaningful. The inside of his wrist holds delicate nerve endings that connect directly to the parts of the brain controlling heartbeat and attention. When you touch or kiss that area, you're literally connecting with his pulse. The rhythm says, you're alive, you're valued, you're noticed. And what makes it special is how subtle it is. It's not a bold move. It's quiet, soft, and unexpected. But that's why it sticks in memory. You're entering his emotional space through gentleness, not force. Start by imagining you're sitting across from him, his arm resting on the table. You're laughing, teasing, holding his gaze. Then, in one small motion, reach for his hand. Don't grip it tightly, just turn it so his palm faces upward. Run your fingertips along the smooth skin where his wrist meets his hand. That's when you'll feel his pulse flicker. That gentle rhythm under your touch is his body's quiet confession. He's feeling something. Pause. Let your thumb trace lazy circles there as you talk. You're tying your connection to his heartbeat without a single word. When you finally lower your lips and kiss that spot slowly, softly, it sends a signal through his nervous system. His body reads it as both calm and alert. It's the same mix of chemicals that happens when focus meets comfort. He feels attentive but relaxed, connected but peaceful. That's the balance that keeps attention strong. They're not only drawn to excitement, they're drawn to calm within it. And you become the source of both. The wrist works because it's unexpected. Every man has felt a tension on his neck or chest, But when you kiss the inside of his wrist, you convey something different. I notice the details. That kind of attention penetrates defenses. You're not treating him as a performance. You're exploring him like a story. And nobody forgets the person who understood them like that. The technique is simple, but it takes patience. Don't rush. Float. Let your lips hover above his wrist until your breath warms the skin. Watch his reaction. If he stiffens, pause. If he relaxes, that's your cue. Then kiss him once, gentle and deliberate, right on the pulse. Hold for a few seconds, long enough for your breathing to sync with his. When you pull away, do it slowly, as if taking a piece of him he didn't know he gave. That absence makes his mind seek it again. That's how the connection loop begins. Attraction often lives in contrast. The dance between closeness and distance. The wrist kiss captures that perfectly. It's the quietest, most powerful give and take you can create using timing and stillness. After that, don't rush to speak. Let silence communicate. Let it linger. Maybe smile like you know something he doesn't because you do. You've just awakened a part of his memory that will replay later when he's alone, wondering why he misses that gentle touch. That isn't manipulation. It's imprinting. His body will remember that softness long after the mind forgets the details. The wrist kiss is powerful also because it's symbolic. The wrist is where life beats visibly, where the pulse is felt. When you touch him there, you acknowledge his aliveness. You say, "I see you. You exist." And for many men, that's magnetic. They rarely get noticed beyond confidence or control. But this tender attention cuts through armor. It shows him he doesn't need to perform. He can just exist. To deepen the effect, after that kiss, lightly trace the same spot with your fingertip in a small spiral. Don't look at him. Keep talking. Keep laughing. Move on naturally. That contrast between calm conversation and intimate gesture scrambles his thoughts. He won't know if he should breathe or lean closer. That's exactly the response you want. A quiet excitement inside him. True attention doesn't shout. It hums softly beneath the surface. And when you learn to play with that subtle hum, you control the rhythm of every interaction. Remember, this isn't about control. It's about being fully present. When your energy says, "I'm here with you," his defenses lower. When your touch says, "I see you," he opens fully. The kiss on the wrist is the smallest gesture with the deepest meaning. It says, "I notice you," and that notice lingers, long after the moment ends. Energy says, "I'm here with you." His walls slowly soften. When your touch says, "I notice you," his heart opens. The kiss on the wrist is a small gesture with a big meaning. It says, "I choose you in this moment." And that is what every man quietly longs for. So, next time you're close enough to touch his hand, resist the obvious. Let your fingers drift to his wrist. Feel the rhythm of his pulse beneath your skin. Kiss it as if it's a secret you'll never share. Then pull back just slightly and notice how his body leans toward you before he even realizes it. That is the quiet power of subtlety. That is how you begin to captivate him one heartbeat at a time. There's a part of a man's body that almost no one pays attention to, yet it carries deep emotion and sensitivity, the small of his back where the spine curves before the waist. That area holds control, tension, and strength, all the qualities men are taught to manage every day. So when you touch or kiss there, you're not just offering comfort, you're offering release. It's more than physical, it's emotional. The lower back sits at the line between protection and surrender. Biologically, it stores tension. Emotionally, it hides softness. When your hand or lips rest there, it bypasses logic and speaks directly to the part of him that wants to rest, to trust, to belong. Most women move past it during a hug, never realizing how much influence is hidden there. But when you linger with intention, everything shifts. Picture this. He's standing in front of you, maybe in the kitchen, maybe reaching for something above. You step close so your body aligns with his. You rest your hand on that curve at the base of his spine. Not pressing, just resting. It's connection, not control. That small gesture tells him you are behind him, not to challenge his strength, but to support it. Then let your fingers move slowly, tracing tiny circles along the soft line of muscle. Watch how he exhales without noticing. That is his body starting to let go. Now, if you want to deepen it, lean forward and let your lips lightly touch the spot just above his waistband, right in the middle. Don't kiss to provoke, kiss to calm. That contrast is what makes it electric. His mind won't know how to label it. It's not just exciting, not just soothing. That subtle confusion awakens his system, and that is what sparks longing. His body begins to want more, trying to understand what just happened. The small of the back is also symbolic. It's where warriors once carried their hidden vulnerability. When you kiss him there, you communicate without words. You don't need to guard yourself with me. That message hits deeper than any casual compliment ever could. It's not about control. It's about safety. And when a man feels safe enough to lower his defenses, that's when he truly opens up. Timing is important. Never start with that spot. It's too intimate, too revealing. Save it for when the air is already full of trust and tension, when his breath has slowed and his walls are down. The lower back kiss is like a punctuation mark. It completes the sentence of closeness. It tells him you're home. Here's the rhythm. Rest your hand there first. Let your fingers spread gently. Trace the line of his spine downward, stopping just above his waistband. Pause. Let him feel your presence before your lips touch his skin. That pause creates the pull. Then kiss once, slowly, with warmth. Hold it for a beat. Then pull back. Say nothing. Let silence carry the meaning. Keep your hand there even after you withdraw. Your fingers resting lightly. Just breathe with him. You're syncing your nervous systems, communicating through touch instead of words. That is closeness on the most basic level. When you finally step away, do it slowly. Maybe walk past him. Maybe glance over your shoulder. Leave him floating in that space between calm and excitement. That mixture is addictive. So many women underestimate how much men long for this. The world teaches men to always be strong, never show weakness. But deep inside, what they truly want is to stop performing. Your hand on his lower back becomes that permission. It says, you can rest here, and once he feels that peace with you, he will seek it again and again, because peace is rarer than excitement, and peace is what transforms interest into devotion. Attraction isn't about proving value, it's about showing presence. The lower back gesture is presence at its purest. It says, I see the man beneath the exterior, and that is what makes you unforgettable. So, next time you are close, after a shared laugh, after a quiet pause, let your hand find that place. Don't make it a move. Make it a message. Touch him there, as if you're telling his body it can relax now. Kiss him as if you're sealing trust, not marking space. Then pull back just before he expects it. That is how you make him chase the memory, not just the moment. That is how you create longing that stays long after the lights fade. It doesn't diminish. It deepens in the quiet that follows. Because true connection isn't about how intense moments become. It's about how safe you make intensity feel.